Hey mamas, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamia Heslop. I am the founder of For Mommy to Be, a hospitality and wellness community looking to bless, encourage, and educate mothers. Welcome back. I am wanting to talk about something that has been on my heart for a while now, and that is mom hours. I think that a lot of times when I am on my Instagram page or my Facebook page, a lot of the posts that I'm seeing is that we are moms 365, 24/7. We get no days off. And I think to myself, why is that? Right? No one is telling you that you have to be on 24/7, 365. Somewhere down the line, you saw that and you thought that was what it looked like to be a good mom. And I'm telling you right now, it's not. I've been a mom for 14 years and I can say confidently, um confidently, goodness, that it's just not gonna be long lasting to do that. So one of the things that I feel is definitely necessary is mom hours. And mom hours is just a time that you will be on and a time that you will be off. I think that sometimes we will try to outdo what society says, and I don't think that, again, that's going to help long term. So one of the things that I do is I have my on hours and my off hours. So my on hours is 7 o'clock and my off hours are 8. And I know that a lot of people are like, well, what if you have a baby? What if you have toddlers? Obviously, you do the hours that work for you. If you have a young baby, obviously you are on 24/7, 365, right? But then once that baby hits about 1 or 2, we have to make a conscious decision of saying, hey, this is not going to work if I'm keeping up the schedule that I'm keeping up with as them being a baby, right? So one of the things that I suggest is having almost like a 12-hour period, right? Mine is about 13 hours, and it's just because my kids go to school. And if I could, I would do 7 to 7 because it actually works out better for me, because that's after dinner time. And after dinner time, we're just really relaxing. All that to say, when it comes down to is you need to go and you need to have hours that work for your schedule where you are on and where you're off. Now, what happens when you're off and your kids still need stuff? This is the perfect opportunity for your children to be adults. And I know you're like, well, they're kids. Yes, they are kids, but they're not going to be kids forever. They're growing up to be adults. So at the end of the day, when it hits 7 o'clock, right? And I'm going to use 7 because it used to be 8 to 8, but I said 7 because my kids are going to school. So let's just switch it up to 7 to 7, right? All of that to say, you are off at 7 and your children should know this, right? Please make sure your children know when your on and off hours are. But with that being said, you get to 7 p.m. It is your off hours. Perfect example. I have a 14-year-old son. He comes to me and says, Mom, I really need my track clothes cleaned because I have a track meet tomorrow. I'll say, I'm off. You had time from the time you got home from school at 3 o'clock until now 7 to tell me these things. Since you haven't, I'm going to show you how to wash your clothes. And that is a great opportunity for now your son or daughter to learn about an adult responsibility, but it also puts in their minds the boundary of you are still a woman who has a need for rest, right? If you're just running and gunning 24/7 and then becoming resentful because your kid asked you to wash your clothes when you can quickly show them how to wash their clothes, then now you know the power is back in your court. And I think that that's the biggest thing about being a feminine woman, especially being a feminine mom. The ball was always in our court, but somewhere along the lines we stopped saying the ball was in our courts. We said, oh, the ball's in our husband's courts, the ball's in our kids' courts, the ball's in society's courts. You need to stop giving your balls out, okay? And that's where I'll leave that. With that being said, we have to be better at having the ball in our court and making the rules for this game. Because if we don't, we're allowing all of our feminine energy to flow out of us and we become a hot pot instead of a cool pitcher, right? A hot pot is something that's been sitting on the oven, maybe all the water's out of it, it's dried up, it's burning hot, and now whoever touches it is going to get burned as well, right? You do not want your kids being burned. You do not want your husband being burned. You don't want to burn yourself. So stop being the hot pot. Be the cool pitcher. Be that person who understands what they need and they say, you know what, I'm going to put these boundaries in place, not so that anyone feels like they're without, but so that everyone who is coming to me knows what to do. And on top of that, they can have this cool picture feeling of they can come to me because I'll be filled, I'll be cooled off, I won't be this hot, this hot problem that's constantly, and I don't want to say problem, but I think that we get to a point where there is resentment. I know in my journey, I had a few times where I was extremely resentful to my children. And it wasn't because they were bad or that I didn't love them. It was just because I was burned out. I was working several jobs. I was trying to upkeep with the money that was flowing in when I had my my ex-husband. And at the end of the day, it just wasn't going to work. So I had to do something different. I had to put boundaries up. I had to put rules up so that not only can my kids start to learn independence, but on top of that, now I have the break that I need to refill my cup so that I am a cool pitcher to them. So with that being said, I hope that this blesses someone, and I hope that you can see the importance of mom hours. Again, this is not to have it so that your kids are without, right? I think that if your child doesn't know how to wash clothes, how to load the dishwasher, how to prep food for themselves, and not where they're working at the stove, but just simple meals like salad and vegetables and sandwiches, things of that nature where it's low fear factor, right? But also too, they're learning how to take care of themselves. And something that I really love is tour boot camp. And I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, that sounds intense, but it really isn't intense. It's just a week out of normally in the summertime, or we've done it for spring break, where you sit there and you show your kids, hey, this is how you clean up after yourself. This is how you prep food. This is how you do this is how you wash laundry. And again, it's not to, I feel like sometimes people think that chores are punishment. And I think that is because in our generation, it was. I know when I was younger, if I was in trouble, it was normally a chore that I had to do. But I think that we need to shift that mindset to let them know, like, hey, this is not a chore. This is something you're going to have to do for yourself when you become older. And especially when you want to share a space with someone else, whether that be a romantic relationship or friends, you're going to want to have these skills so that you can be the best person to live with. So, and I'll do a video about that, about the chore boot camp, because I think that it's important, and I want to sort of, I really want to talk more about like what that looks like, the setup and things of that nature. But that's all for today, and I hope that you have a blessed week, and I'll talk to you soon.